2008 Porsche 911. This is your 997 shape. Carrera 2S Tiptronic in this lovely dark blue colour with the shadow chrome alloys, black leather interior, and more importantly, it's recently had a full engine rebuild. We've got loads of pictures of all the engine rebuild as well. So the engine's fantastic on it as well. We'll show you that as a cold engine startup in a second. This is the first video of the day, so this thing hasn't been started today. We'll go for a proper cold engine startup. But to start with, we're going to have a good look around the bodywork. We'll check the interior out, and then, like I say, we'll go and fire that engine up. Starting on the driver's side, if we look down this side, you can see it's lovely and straight all the way down there. It's not full of ripples or dents. It's nice and smooth, not full of filler or anything like that. You can see in the light there, this colour is really, really nice. They're very, very deep blue. Couple of light stone chips on the front wing there, and a very light scratch there, just where it starts to kick out. It's pretty normal on this sort of shape 911. Nice and clean and tidy all the way around the arch. There's no sign of corrosion coming through at the bottom or anything like that, where it usually starts. The rest of the arch is all good, and the rest of that driver's wing's nice. Like I say, it's on the standard lobster claw alloys in shadow chrome, lovely condition all the way around. Nice, clean, bright red colour, which goes really well with the blue, I think. All good on that. Coming down this side, if we go up onto the top of the wing, again, nice and tidy across the top of the wing. One little mark just there, and another one just there, just in the lacquer. You can see those two there. Coming around this side again, you quite often get a bit of delamination on the bottom of the screens on these, this sort of Era 911, or at the top, but as you can see, all the way around on this one, nice and tidy, nothing to whinge about there. Clean coming up the A-pillar. I did notice it's been caught on the wing mirror there, so there's a bit of, in fact, actually, it's almost like it's dry polish that's coming off. Ignore that, that'll come straight off. Nice and tidy coming up the A-pillar. One or two minor stone chips on the leading edge of the roof. The roof itself is nice and straight. There's no ripples or dents in that. Glass in this side is clear. It's not covered in any nasty tints or anything like that. It's got the standard Porsche sort of solar alternating stuff to it, but that's it. All good on the driver's door on this side. And nice and straight along the sill. It's not been bashed up any curves or anything like that. We do have some stone chips in the usual area where it starts to kick out. PPF, the factory PPF has caught most of it, but there is a few more just a bit lower down. Nice and neat all the way around that arch. There's no corrosion coming through there. Another good wheel and tyre. That lines up with the rear bumper nice and neatly. Rear quarter itself, that's all good. Have another look down that side from here. Coming around on the back. Both tail lights are bright and clear. The exhausts, they sit nice and level. Now it's on that private plate M2APY. It doesn't come on that. It's going to come back on the standard plate, which is in the front. We'll show you that in a second. All good on the rear bumper. There's no sort of scuffs on the corners or anything like that. All nice and neat. I think I did see a mark around here. Just a slight mark in the paint just there. And then coming up onto the deck lid and across the spoiler. Appears to be one little, almost like a stone chip there. But other than that, lovely and tidy. The rear screen, that's all good as well. Round on the passenger side, and again, if you look down that side, lovely and straight all the way down. It's not had any nasty paint jobs or ripples or full of filler or anything like that. Clean and tidy on the arch all the way around. And again, we've got some stone chips down the bottom here. PPS comes down to this point, but there is a few more on the actual paint on the sill there. Normally what happens is you get some corrosion coming through this seam here. But as you can see, that one's all good. Nice and tidy on this wheel and tyre and lovely red caliper. All nice and clear on the glass on this side as well. And we're going to have another look at the roof from up here while we're there. No sign of any stone chips on the A-pillar. Wing mirror, we've got one or two minor ones across the top, but other than that, all good. Clean and tidy on the door. We do have a couple of little stone chips. They actually, to be fair, what looks to me like it's happened is the car's been polished and a lot of these tiny little imperfections have got white polish in them, so they look worse than they are. So like a decontamination wash would get rid of a lot of the little white dots, I would think. Front arch, again, normally you get some corrosion coming through this section here, but this one's all good. Rest of the arch is nice and neat. It's got a very, very light scuff there. Just see a little bit of haziness in the paint. Good machine polish should get rid of that for you. And there is a couple of light stone chips on the top of the wing. Round out the front, headlights on both sides are lovely and clear. Lower ones could do with a little bit of a polish. They're pretty good, but there's a couple of little milky marks in them. And we do have some stone chips on the nose cone, as you'd expect. Bonnet itself is all nice and straight. Moving on to the interior, so there's lovely dark blue on the outside, black leather on the inside with a good spec. So we've got memory electric seats. We've got the lumbar as well. We've got the Bose audio upgrade, what looks to be auto lights, the larger nav unit, which is always nice to have, multifunction computer, etc. Check the description, we'll detail the full spec on that. Driver's seat, generally very, very good. The bolsters are all nice. There's a little bit of wear on the upper half of the driver's seat, but other than that, all good. Backs of the seats, a couple of little scuffs where people have got in and out, but the back itself is all good. And the seats in the back are nice and tidy. They're generally pretty satin still, so they don't look like they've had too much use. Headlining, appreciate that's dark on the camera, but it has the Alcantara headlining, which is in lovely condition. Mileage wise, we're 126,197, so 126,000 miles. Like I say, it has just had an engine rebuild. The engine is really nice on this car, which we'll show you in a second. All good on the passenger side door card. Quite often these sort of switches on this sort of era 911 do wear thin, but these ones are all good. Door shuts nice and neat. Passenger seats in lovely condition all the way down, and electric on this side with lumbar as well. Nice and neat on this side of the dash. Like I say, it's got a standard stereo. It does have electric spoiler and the adjustable suspension in this one. And then into the front. So that's the plate it's going to come back on, DA57FPD. All good in there, all the plastics are in place, which is always nice to see. Bit of a pet hate of mine is when some of those are missing, so that's always a sign of good ownership. Nice and neat on the underside of the bonnet. And what we're going to do is we're going to fire it up. We'll go straight around the back and check for smoke, but you do have to stand or sit in the car with your foot on the brake to start it, so key in. Fires up straight away. Like I said, it's the first start of the day as well, not a puff of smoke. Not dropping any fluid on the floor. Nothing nasty coming out the back. I have had this down the road, it is lovely to drive. Mileage wise, 126,197. Like we said, the oil pressure is straight up to 5 where it should be. No sign of any warning lights at all. So there you have it. 2008 on a 57, like I say, that plate doesn't come with it. Porsche 997 Carrera 2 Tiptronic S. Check the description, we'll detail everything as far as that engine rebuild goes and things like that, but I know it was like a full rebuild, pistons and all that sort of stuff. Any other questions, please get in touch. Thank you.